It's the standard prescription for a brutal workday. You walk through the door, drop your bag, and pour 3 or 4 drinks to take the edge off. For the first hour, the relief feels tangible. The knot in your shoulders melts, your jaw unclenches, and the mental chatter goes quiet. Then, at 3 in the morning, you suddenly bolt awake in the dark with a racing, hammering heart. If those evening drinks truly relax the system, why does the following workday feel more overwhelming than the one that preceded it? This recurring afternoon tension matches the physiological profile of chemical withdrawal, suggesting the source of the stress lies somewhere other than the office. Understanding this pattern requires looking at the brain's internal chemical environment the moment you finish that first glass. Alcohol amplifies GABA, the primary inhibitory neurotransmitter, dropping a heavy weight onto your biological brake pedal. Viewing this artificial sedation as a threat, the brain aggressively reduces its GABA sensitivity. To stay conscious, it floods your system with cortisol and adrenaline to counterbalance the alcohol. That 8 o'clock release sets off an exhausting, high-stakes internal stress response that will play out over the next 12 hours. By the middle of the night, the liver finishes metabolizing the alcohol, which removes the artificial sedative from the equation almost instantly. This timeline shows the resulting chaos. As the sedative line rapidly plummets, the brain's primary excitatory neurotransmitter, glutamate, remains spiked high in the danger zone. Because the gas pedal is still pinned to the floor while the brakes have vanished, your sleep architecture fragments into restless, low-quality cycles. Your autonomic nervous system enters a state of hyperdrive, manifesting as physical agitation and a significantly elevated resting heart rate. True restorative rest becomes biologically impossible while the body is locked in this aggressive, excitatory overcorrection. You wake up the next morning with a lingering, unexplainable physical tension that sets the tone for the entire day. Your body constantly seeks homeostasis, a stable internal baseline, but the chemical battle overnight prevents the central nervous system from achieving that essential reset. This unresolved physical strain intensifies throughout the morning, often reaching a peak of acute agitation by the middle of the afternoon. At this point, societal conditioning takes over. We look at a full inbox or a demanding boss and attribute this deep physiological agitation to workplace stress. The professional pressure you're fighting has become a byproduct of the evening drink, a phantom symptom of a biological loop. Driven by that afternoon tension, you fall back on the standard cultural script. You look forward to the next drink to finally relax. This cycle reveals a biological irony. You use a depressant to cure the anxiety produced by the last depressant, looping straight back to the drink. Routine consumption becomes an anxiety accelerator, creating a self-reinforcing loop that intensifies the stress it claims to solve. Ending the cycle of chronic daily anxiety means recognizing the cost of the trade. You have to stop borrowing tomorrow's peace just to temporarily numb today.